Okay, let's talk about some of the instruments that make up the Celtic sound. What we have is, of course, I've talked about the bodhran or the borain, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And then, of course, you have the fiddle. You can have the violin, of course. You can have things such as the Irish bouzouki, even. The bouzouki itself is more or less regarded as a Greek instrument, but there does exist an Irish bouzouki. You can have tin whistles, some people call it the penny whistle. And then there are, of course, the Scottish bagpipes, but you also have Irish bagpipes as well. What happens with all of this is that each one of these instruments have a long history and a long tradition. If we go back to drums and the bodhran, they were initially used, the frame drum. They were also tools of the farm. You'd actually sift wheat through old bodhrans and then use animal skins to actually start playing on them during festivals and the like. So there is a long history of the types of instruments that make up the Celtic sound. I often say to my students, both with drums and guitar, that if you tell me your 5 favourite bands, I can tell you what scales you like. If someone was to say to me, I like Metallica, Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix, I'll say, study the E minor pentatonic scale like crazy. And the same goes with Celtic music as well. There's certain kinds of scales that you use to actually create the sound. If you were to put a 6/8 rhythm with a Mixolydian mode, a Mixolydian mode is essentially the same as a typical major scale, but you flatten the 7th degree. By flattening the 7th degree, you actually come out sounding what I say to my students, if you want to sound Irish, play in 6/8 time and play a Mixolydian mode and you're on your way, kind of thing there. You also use your minor scales, and to a certain degree you can even bring in things such as the Dorian mode, which is where you have the flattened 3rd, the flattened 7th, and that's it. Okay, you don't flatten the 6th, which makes it a natural minor scale. I hope you understand that, but basically these kinds of scale systems give us sounds that, when put together with the various time signatures that I've talked about, such as 6/8 and 2/4, with certain tempos, you notice that when I play in 6/8, it's got that rollicking dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dum. So you'd call that moderato, around about 100 beats, anywhere between 100 and 120 beats per minute. And next thing you know, you've got what is the main characteristics of Celtic music. Now, me having said that, is really bringing down into just a couple of simple rules what can become such complex music. So just use that as just a little starting point and start studying some of this wonderful music, searching some of these people out. They're absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that's my show tonight, The Celtic Tradition, episode 562. Makes me feel tired just saying it. If you'd like to contact me, it's drumshow@hotmail.com, and the website is thedrumshow.net. So I hope you enjoyed my little talk tonight about Celtic music, whether it be Irish folk music or Scottish folk music, and as applied to this wonderful thing called the drum set. So take care, hope you've learnt something, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.